If the prosecutor finds that they violated the law, they have an ethical duty to bring forth charges. And so this is a silly notion to me that because one runs from office that your criminal case would stop.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So, man, dude, it just keeps getting worse for poor old Fani Willis, DA to the stars. And honestly, I wonder if she's starting to second guess her decision to try and lionize herself on the back of President Trump. I mean, it's beginning to look like it's really not going to end well. Not going to end well for her. And now she's being subpoenaed. And if you guys saw the video I did yesterday about her little sex scandal and bribery problem, which is really not little, it's a very, very serious thing. Well, apparently that guy that she's been paying all that money that he then spends on her, apparently that guy is married or was married. And the wife is coming after our buddy Fanny. But this divorce case is actually bringing out some pretty shady facts about her Trump case and bringing them all out in the light. And I'll get into that in a second, guys. But first, guys, I cannot stress this enough. I can't stress how important this year is going to be. And I think it's going to be a difficult year to get conservative voices heard. So be a part of this channel's growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel. So here's where we're at. You know, this is some slightly complicated stuff. So Fanny's lover is a private defense attorney and cheating on his wife with the Fulton County DA. And before there was ever a Trump case, not long before, but before, like right before, he flies to Washington and has 2 meetings with the Biden White House. No red flags went up because at the time he didn't work for the DA's office. He was a private attorney. In fact, he still doesn't technically work for the DA's office. But so far, he's been paid $700,000 by the taxpayers of Georgia to consult on the case that, according to reports, he doesn't even have the experience required to add value to the team that's already in place. He is, however, in a position to spend a healthy chunk of that money on the DA herself. And he's been taking her on trips and cruises and all kinds of fancy stuff. And allegedly, all that's allegedly, I guess. And, you know, whatever. I honestly don't care. I don't care who sleeps with who. I mean, I do technically care if they're ripping off taxpayers in the process. But I don't care about that as much as I care about those meetings that he had with the Biden White House. And it's pretty ironic, really, when you think about it. What a freaking lesson. You know, this lady brought this case because she thought that she would benefit. And it looks like it's going to end up costing her. I mean, you couldn't write that any better. Hopefully, you know, things are as they appear and things work out like they should. But have a look at this.
We have a huge update in the Georgia sex scandal. Joe Biden's White House is directly involved. The Fulton County DA, who forced Trump to take the mugshot, Fani Willis, allegedly hired the guy she was sleeping with to prosecute the Trump case. Fanny's lover boy, Nathan Wade, was just a personal injury attorney you'd see on billboards and never even prosecuted a felony case in his whole career. Well, Fanny decided Nathan was qualified in other ways and made him the highest paid prosecutor in the state. Fanny apparently hired her unqualified boyfriend and gave him nearly $1 million to prosecute Trump. But the $1 million in tax money isn't all really going to the case. A lot of it's going to wine and dine Fanny. Fanny's lover took her to Napa and a Caribbean cruise. Somehow Fanny found a way to get kickbacks from a sex scandal. Bless her heart. This would be like Jeff Sessions sleeping with an unqualified Robert Mueller, hiring him as special counsel, and then using the special counsel slush fund for romantic getaways to Cancun. You cannot hire someone you're having sex with, give them a promotion, hand them public money, and then use the public money on steamy trips together, and then hide it from everybody. But it's a lot worse than a sexual kickback scheme. Documents show Fanny's lover boy met with the Biden White House while he was investigating Trump twice. Fanny's lover boy files for divorce. The next day, Fanny taps him to be Trump's special prosecutor. Then Fanny's lover boy has an 8-hour conference with Joe Biden's White House counsel. Then a few months later, the lover boy has an 8-hour interview with the White House. And lover boy billed the taxpayer $2,000 for each meeting, which would mean local prosecutors prosecuting Donald Trump are officially working with the Biden White House. And so Georgia taxpayers are getting billed so Fanny's boyfriend can conspire with Biden to lock up Trump. Oh, and they're being billed for Caribbean cruises. The people who are prosecuting fraud are the ones committing it. And the White House is always saying they have nothing to do with Trump's indictments. It's all being done independently. So then why are Biden's people meeting with Trump's prosecutors for 8 hours? What, are they talking about the weather? Probably.
I thought the guy was a defense attorney. The guy is just I don't mean just an injury attorney. I mean, that's a real attorney. God bless injury attorneys. They help a lot of people. But the guy's an injury attorney. He's never prosecuted or defended even shoplifting. I mean, how is it possible that, honestly, guys, everything Democrats touch are just dripping with corruption? And not one of their mushy brain, low IQ voters seem to care. I mean, these are the people whose entire worldview depends on the premise that rich people are bad and Democrats are holy. All while hero Democrats like Fanny Willis are paying their inexperienced lovers more than any other prosecutor in the entire state, after taking meetings with the political opponents of the target of their investigation. I mean, these people, they just can't seem to open their minds long enough to put it all together. No matter what's going on, it doesn't look good, and we deserve an explanation. I mean, they can't, these voters I'm talking about, they can't see the fraud being committed by the team that has convinced them that Donald Trump has committed fraud. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that ruins a normal case, let alone one that the entire world is watching. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that brings the whole house of cards crumbling down. And I can't see how they could possibly keep this whole thing together. But guys, that's just my take. I thought you deserved to see this. Let me know your take in the comments. And if you haven't already, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.